So, what's the one thing that really separates a good manager from a truly great CEO? It's not just about having a big vision or a killer strategy. It's actually a system, a specific, learnable system for understanding yourself. And today, we're going to break that system down and show you exactly how to build it.
Just look at this quote from a CEO named Josh. I mean, this might be one of the most powerful things I've ever heard a leader say. Why? Well, because he's not just admitting he has a weakness, right? He's telling you he has a system to deal with it. He knew he had this tendency to kind of bottle up decisions, but instead of just shrugging his shoulders, he actually engineered a solution around it.
And what was his system? It was so simple, it was brilliant. Twice a week, he'd meet with his chief of staff, and that person's entire job was just to pull every single thought and decision out of his head. Then, that info was immediately passed down to the leadership team. See what he did? He didn't just know his weakness, he built a process that actually turned it into a communication strength. And what Josh is showing us here is the absolute core of what we're talking about today, self-awareness. But let's just forget the fuzzy corporate speak definition for a minute. When you think like a CEO, it's really simple. It's about being onto yourself. It's about having a totally honest, no fluff view of what you're great at and what you're not so great at. And this has nothing to do with feeling bad about yourself. It's all about raw effectiveness. And you gotta believe me on this one. This is not a soft skill. Self-awareness is a hard-edged, strategic tool for performing at the highest level. So we're going to dig into why it's so critical, what kind of power it actually gives you, and then, this is the best part, we'll get into two super practical tools you can start using literally the second this explainer's over.
So self-awareness has two sides to it, right? On one hand, knowing your strengths gives you the confidence to just go all in on them. Like if you know you're a natural at organizing things, you lean into that. You become the person everyone turns to for those big, messy projects. But here's the flip side. Knowing your weaknesses is a gift. Seriously. It gives you a roadmap. It shows you exactly where you need to focus to get the biggest bang for your buck.
And there's this incredible side effect that happens here. When you're self-aware enough to just admit what you're not good at, it actually signals incredible strength, not weakness. See, the truly confident people can afford to be vulnerable. And when a leader does that, it creates this space where the whole team feels like it's okay for them to be open and honest too. It's a game changer.
Okay, so how do we actually build this skill? Because self-awareness isn't something you're just born with. It's something you build. You have to ignite it. And our first tool is simple, it's powerful, and it's completely private, the daily journal. Just think of it as your own personal internal data source. And look, this does not need to be complicated at all. You can literally just open up the Notes app on your phone and jot down answers to a few of these questions. What's giving you energy today? What's totally draining you? Where did you feel successful? Where did you kind of fall short? Just answering these over and over starts to paint a really, really clear picture. Now, the magic here isn't really in the writing itself. It's in finding the patterns. After a week, maybe two, you'll start to see a story emerging from your notes. You might realize, wow, I get totally energized when I get to do deep solo work, but big group meetings just wipe me out. That's not a flaw. That is mission-critical data you can use to structure your days for way more impact. All right, so once you've started looking inward with the journal, the next move is to look outward. Our second tool, which I call the feedback mirror, is all about uncovering your blind spots by finding out how other people actually see you. Let me tell you a quick story about a client of mine named Randy. In her own head, Randy saw herself as this super collaborative leader. She truly, genuinely believed this was one of her biggest strengths. But her team? Well, they had a very different story to tell. We did a 360-degree feedback process, and it revealed this huge gap you see here. Her perception of herself was collaborative, but her team's perception was solitary. Now, her first reaction was just shock. I mean, who could blame her? But the real breakthrough happened when she stopped seeing this gap as a criticism and started seeing it as what it was, data. It became her map to get from the leader she was to the leader she really wanted to be. And hey, you do not need some big, formal 360 process to do this. You can try this really simple method. Just go to a few colleagues you trust and say, hey, I'm really working on my growth right now. And then ask them for the first 3 words that pop into their head when they think of you. And again, you're not fishing for compliments here. You're looking for the themes. Okay, so you've gathered your internal data from the journal. You've got your external data from your colleagues. You now have some powerful insight. But you have to remember this. Insight without action is just trivia. It's totally useless.
This final step is where self-awareness actually turns into real-world results. This is where it all comes together. You combine those two streams of data, your journal and their feedback, and you create a really focused personal development plan. And listen, the goal is not to try and fix everything at once. It's to strategically pick the 1 or 2 areas that are going to give you the most leverage by playing to your strengths and shoring up those key weaknesses. The key to making this whole thing work, to not getting overwhelmed, is so simple. Just pick one thing. That's it. Don't try to change 10 things about yourself. Focus on one single behavior to consciously practice this week. That laser focus is how you get immediate traction and build momentum that you can't stop. So that brings us to the final question, and this one's for you. Based on everything we've talked about, what is the one single thing you are going to do this week? Maybe it's starting that journal, maybe it's asking for feedback, maybe it's just acting on an insight you already have. What's the one thing you'll do to start thinking and acting like a CEO?